Jackson Podcast.
What's poppin', what's poppin' with y'all today on this new Music Friday, man? You know, I wouldn't call this a reaction. I would call this an acknowledgement of greatness. I've been on my platform a multitude of times talking about ageism and hip-hop and how the youth doesn't want to embrace the older artists and all of that type of talk. And then how I like seeing older individuals still be fly, age gracefully, still spitting, you know, still kicking shit and handling business and still cool. And the Clipse personify that. Like, you know, they still out at the LV, you know what I'm saying, fashion weeks, getting fresh and fly, still talking, speaking a lingo that the youth can relate to. And let me be quiet, man. I just want to get into the records. Let's get into the first one, man. The Birds Don't Sing. Let's get straight to it.
Lost in emotion, mama's youngest. Trying to navigate life without my compass. Some experience death and feel numbness. But not me, I felt it all and couldn't function. Seeing you that day, telling you my plans, but I was leaving you that day. It was in God's hands. Yeah, it was at Elon's waiting to get with me. On my way to Texas, that's when Virginia hit me. And I realized in that instant, our last conversation, you was against it. Told you I was going to church for Thanksgiving. I heard what I wanted to hear, but didn't listen. You said you told Jean that Buck needed forgiveness. I see you went to Didi's and stuffed both her fridges. You even told Dad you wished y'all never split it. See, you were checking boxes, I was checking my mentions. Saying you was tired but not ready to go. Basically was dying without letting me know. I loved you, Med Naj. Hate that he won't remember you. Two things that break my heart is what Novembers do. And T follows you. Now mind you, Didi calls you, Jean finds you. Was that your vision? Precision. While I'm reminiscing, it all hits different, ma, listen.
The birds don't sing, the birds don't sing, they screech and play. The birds don't sing, the birds don't sing, they screech and play. The birds don't sing, the birds don't sing, they screech in pain.
Your car was in the driveway, I knew you were home. By the third knock, a chill ran through my bones. The way you miss mama, I guess I should've known. Chivalry ain't dead, you ain't let her go alone. Found you in the kitchen, scriptures in the den. Half-written text that you never got to send. Combing through your dresser drawer, where do I begin? Posted noted Bible quotes, were you preparing in? I can hear your voice now, I can feel your presence. Asking should I rap again, you gave me your blessing. The way you spelled it out, there's an L in every lesson. Boy, you owe it to the world, let your mess become your message. Shared you with my friends, the pops they never had. You lived for our fishing trips, damn I had a dad. Mine taught discipline, mine taught structure. Mine didn't mind when he had to pull a double. Mine worked overtime, smiled through the struggle. Cause mine wouldn't let us feel what he had to suffer. See, mine made sure he had every base covered. So imagine his pain finding bass in the cupboard. Birds don't sing if the words don't sting. Your last few words in my ears still ring. You told me that you loved me, it was all in your tone. I love my two sons was the code to your phone. Now you home.
You know, to intro the album like that, that's heavy. To be talking about the passing of your mother and your father and the birds don't sing, they screech in pain. You know, their mom and dad died 6 months apart. That's crazy. That let you know it was some sort of connection that they really had with each other, that they couldn't live without each other. And during these interviews and stuff, I'm going to play a few clips of the interviews also, because it was some things said on this press run that really stood out to me. But I always wanted to know why he came back to secular rap, or that's what they would call it in the religious world. You know, he went and did 2 Christian albums, and they was phenomenal albums, Malice's story is interesting, man. It's really interesting because he came back and it's like he didn't miss a beat, but he answered my question in the bars. He said his father told him, "You owe it to the world, let your mess become your message." Stop. Yeah, that was a bar, man. But I want to play this clip about them talking about why the song was created and how they felt when they was creating the song.
I just think it was the hardest thing, hardest record we ever done, hardest record I've ever done. Not just from my standpoint. I think it was crushing to hear my little brother's thoughts on, losing our parents.
Yeah.
So it was like double grief because, I can handle mine, but, just hearing my brother express his emotions and some of the things that he said, he didn't even know. Like I had heard my mom say these things, to me, and he's expressing them. So, it was just deep. And I just think the good thing about it is if you can find a silver lining is this is something that everybody goes through. And I think if you haven't went through it, one day, you will. And I think this record will touch, a lot of people and give people hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a no-brainer to make it the intro push, like to really grab this moment?
It wasn't a no-brainer to make it the intro until after we did it. It was probably, it was super emotional the whole time.
Yeah.
When we're talking about recording it in the headquarters, it looks like this. We record like this. So, but let's just say the room is way longer and, you can shut it off. The doors are open and it's just a long room of different areas of people, like I said, sketching, sewing, bags, shoes, whatever. And this
so that
is our
workflow is
part.
not stopping. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
So this part is the music. This is the music, but it's open. Everybody's working to creation. Man, we crying. P crying. The workers are crying because they're in it in real time.
Yeah.
So and then he kind of like, he has this thing where musically he locks into the emotion and says like, yo, don't let the emotion out the room.
Wow, that's interesting. Don't let the emotion out the room. Crazy. Dope record though, man. It's important to embrace that record and listen to that record, especially coming from our culture, because in life, a lot of people don't expect to lose their mother and father, or don't know what to experience if they have to live without their mother and father. And they're giving you the game and walking you through what life is like and their relationship and just putting it into rap words and bars and stuff to make it digestible without it being like something that you actually physically have to experience. But if you live long enough, it's mandatory that we experience it. Let's get into track 2 though, Chains and Whips featuring Kendrick Lamar. Let's go.
Culturally inappropriate.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk
talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
It don't take much to put two and two. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now, it's beautiful. John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals. And bomb and blow, they now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life, now he dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't thriving the snow like it's the Revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
You know, we get caught when you look side to side, like what did they say? And they hate the Lord's voice, and then you realize that the devil is talking to you.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon to show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Where my gin and juice? Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic. Screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me light. A good year full of free will. Trunk card, tell me not to spare your life. Motherfucker.
You know, we get caught when you look side to side, like what did they say? And they hate the Lord's voice, and then you realize that the devil is talking to you.
Lord have mercy. Like real talk, Lord have mercy. Them boys spilling on that record, man. Real talk. I feel like I don't want to judge and say who had the better verse and all of that because this is high level rap. Pusha started the song off like, you know, I know so much about hip hop that sometimes it's bad when I'm making content for the listener, the person who's really not, you know, well versed on the creative aspect. But I want to give y'all some game. Pusha introed the song off. He did so well, he heated it up. You know, he heated it up to where Malice came in and he leveled it up. And then they set Kendrick up alley-oop for him to go crazy. That's exactly what happened. You know, it's strategic the way you got to do these things, but we look at it, do these records, but we look at it as a competition. Who had the best verse? Who did this? Who did that? But sometimes it's a skill to be able to throw the alley-oop for the rapper to kill it. Now, something that stuck out to me in that is that John 10:10, it's viral. I wonder why it was so viral today. Malice made a Bible scripture go viral. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have light and have it to the full. This verse constructs the destructive intentions of false leaders with Jesus' purpose of offering abundant life. It emphasizes the choice between following harmful influences and embracing the life that Jesus offers. What is he talking about? Who is he? Is he being specific about a person? False leaders, false people in hip hop that you shouldn't pay attention to, that you shouldn't follow. And I'm the truth, nigga. Is that what he's saying? And another thing I want to give Kendrick some credit on, the way he used gin throughout that verse. You know, some rappers will say that that's easy to do, but to me, that's a skill that it seems like he's been listening to a lot of battle rap. But he can create and make it a song like effortlessly. He's been listening to some battle rappers, or he got some battle rappers in his camp with him. Real talk. Let's get into the next record though, man. POV featuring Tyler the Creator.
Kilos in my mind back. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize at? All I see is 60-day stars and 20-year thousandaires. Not enough shopping, whole lot of browsing ads. My reinvention, I know you thinking how's it fair? You stream kings, but you never fit a crowd in there. Supreme team parallels when the powder clears. I seen things that I'm still not even proud to share. You Zeus Network niggas, you hear me loud and clear. Get these 5,500 to host the niggas out of here. Sand color Rolls Royce, we like Saudis here. The only Audi here is driven by my au pair. Ghost face with the wrist, bird falconer. Willie Falcone trunk full of talcum here. Shotgun with your ex feels like Malcolm's near. Send a hit through a text, ain't no shouting here. Bypass MIA, too much crowd in there. I spent summers with connects, love that mountain air. POV kilos in my mind back. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize
okay,
at?
Call me Mr. Brella, how I weather the storm. At 43 milli, I peel off like an orange. I got deaf and blind bitches trying to see what it do. Little feature niggas threaten to sue. Tell your lawyer to set the fee. LaFerrari doors open up like it's therapy. That number ain't bread to me. That million is crumbs, you niggas is bums. I'm not a tough guy, I'm a fly boy, them beats get you stung. Oh, nah, yeah, they will bust for me. Tricky niggas puzzle me. I could never buy a bitch a Birkin cause she fucking me. I got homes I ain't sleep in, the options. My nigga push, keep dirty white moving like mosh pits, they watching. I'm like white bitches the way I pop shit. I need God to play the lead in my biopic. The curse of the zeros, where you become the devil or the tap dancing Negro. I came to terms that I'ma probably outgrow my hero. Come get with me.
POV kilos in my mind back. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize at?
If they had to weigh the operation, call it obese. I mix it like my homes, then I tell them go deep. The rag top drop, playing hide and go seek. The Bentley leather match the pipe and that's the motif. Just to think I built a rap career off an OZ. I'm watching new niggas rap just to OD. If I didn't give you both sides, I wouldn't be me. I was the only one to walk away and really be free. As far as I'm concerned, I do really be he. I can open up my closet with the skeleton key. If I lied to myself, I could sell it to me. I done sung along with rappers I never believed. Came back for the money, that's the devil in me. Had to hide it from the church, that's the Jekyll in me. I never thought twice what the pressure would be, cause niggas change look just like oppression to me.
POV kilos in my mind back. Take Amtrak down south, then she flies back.
Man, I gotta stop that. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. Whew. You know, I want to give Pharrell a round of applause. I want to give Mace a round of applause also. I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. I got to give Mace a round of applause because I can hear his influence on Pusha T's flow. You know, Mace is an artist that a lot of people don't appreciate like they should. He's one of the greats, man, to be honest with you. That Harlem World album, even that second album that everybody wasn't too fond of was Fly Out. So, and him writing all those records for Bad Boy at that time. He was a hell of an artist, though, but that beat switching up like that, that's crazy. That was crazy. And I heard Pusha T taking the shots at Jim Jones. He didn't mention his name, like it was kind of like a metaphorically speaking this though, but he was talking about reality TV and content creating niggas and booking niggas for $5,500 a show. You know, I could hear it. Tyler the Creator, a great artist, man. He's unique. I like unique individuals that just genuinely be themselves. He said he's not a tough guy. He's a fly guy. I miss when rap was, you know, about getting fly, talking to the ladies, making sure that you're getting some money and you're fresh and all of that, instead of this tough guy stuff era that we in now with the drill music and the killing music and all of that old type of stuff. It's just letting you know what the world is, what the state of the world is right now when you listen to certain records, though. But we about to get into this next track. I'm not going to play all of it because it was a single off of the album, So Be It. If y'all haven't heard it, it's track 4, and you can go hear it. It's, the album is everywhere now, though. But let's listen to a piece of it, though. Let's get to it.
16,000 square, 8 million up there, 2 million down here. When I was born, grandmama could see it. I be Bentley driven and very strategic. RM sleeve, no diamonds are needed. Floors are heated, so be it, so be it. Fucking with P, get something to meet you. Your soul don't like your body, we help you free it. Then we wait for TMZ to leak it. It ain't no secret, so be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it. CLIP, SEFB, 8-ball LV. I can show you how to bust a brick if you let me. I'm monogram like confetti. Switch is ready. She leaning on Celine cause she ain't stepping in Giuseppe. Catch a $150 like each Pirelli. I got 8 of them, call me Andretti. If I'm not in the telly, selling the Yeti, then I'm twirling your bitch like she in spaghetti. Heavy, circle back and come and get this Kelly. And your ears too if you want 'em blue like Belly. Lot of jetting, Prada bedding, 911s. I'm the who's who with what's what. Papa heaven, fuck around and get your body traced trying to test me. Cause niggas that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. If they catch me, don't forget me. Resurrect me, buy a dog tag the same place that they forget me. Ski.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it.
You ain't solid, ain't valid, you ain't malice. Been quiet, ain't right, you ain't Paris. Blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced. You ain't believe, God did, you ain't Khaled. All black, back to back, this ain't traffic. Can't wrap your head round that, you ain't Arab. Y'all tweet, bird talk, we all parrots. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
I'm going to tell y'all something I heard that is interesting to me, because knowing that Pharrell produced these tracks, I can tell that the person that's behind the music is a person that has seen the world, that is well traveled, that is well experienced. And what's beautiful about art is that, you know, we living in an era now where people want more. And they wear your welcome out. You keep putting albums out and you ain't living life. You just making unnecessary music. Folks are dropped now, 6 months from now. I'm not trying to bring Drake into this conversation, but I felt as if after he did that tour, when Kendrick and Future and them dropped that record, it was time for him to fade to the back for a while. Some people be so into the attention and receiving the attention that they can't fade to the back for a while. The reason I'm saying this is because we haven't got a Clipse album in 10 years. And you could tell that they are experienced. They're well traveled. They have seen things that people probably can't even relate to when you hear them talking on these records. Like, they think that they ain't saying nothing when they actually saying something that you haven't experienced, because you haven't went outside the world. You haven't been to Egypt. That shit sound like them niggas riding in a Maybach through Egypt writing these raps. And I ain't hugging nuts, man, but you know, I'm an experienced man myself, so I can hear it. I can see the experience. It matters. Go live your life, man. Fade to the back for a while. Go live your life and come back and be more creative. You know, life experiences can help you be better as a creator. Quit creating for a while and get back in your bag and live your life and have experiences, and then come put that on the pen and pad. Let's get into the next record, man. Ace Trumpets.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe. Shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace Trumpets and rose mode. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy. How could you and me be? Ever seen his peers? Can't compare, you just CC. Don't you know these clears in my ears? Only VVs. Play musical chairs for the stare through these GTs. Too much wear and tear on your bitch, she couldn't please me. White glove service with the brick, I am Luigi. Sold ecstasy and disappeared, I am Houdini. Look at them, him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got your squeegees. Had your interviews, I just kiki. Life's peachy, ASAP with Riri. You rappers all beneath me, but love like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you reach me, Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe. Shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace Trumpets and rose modes.
Penny Alavaca, Panama fishing village, visiting with Papa, with choppers. All of you in pasta, simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that I just.
It's hard for me to turn on records off. I don't mean to play that whole record because I know the world had heard that already, though. But I want to get into one of these clips. But before I get into the clip, he said he had a bar on there that said, "You niggas still waiting on Yeezy." What I want to say about Kanye West is he's a phenomenal artist. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is my favorite hip-hop album of all time. It been interviews where Pusha T was saying, and the clip I'm about to play ain't this what I'm about to say, but it's been interviews where Pusha T was calling him a bad businessman, and he's a bad leader. His leadership qualities ain't that good. When I think about that, I think about all of the amazing talent he had on his roster, his record label, and how they're all gone. Tiana Taylor doing her thing, killing shit. In movies, just created a phenomenal video. She was at the BET Awards, what I would consider the best performance at the BET Awards. Big Sean, you know, he may not be dropping hits like that is not funded, because a hit is something that is funded by the record label. A hit ain't a hit because it's a hit. It's a hit because it's funded. Most of the time, 99% of the time, the funding is what programs the people that make them consider it a hit because they can't get away from it. So Big Sean, he just did the freestyle with Red Bull, with Joey Badass and Absol. He been on a multitude of records that's phenomenal records, and he back outside. Big Sean back outside. 2 Chainz album with Larry June. He just did the song with the Isley Brothers. He on that soundtrack. I forgot the title of that soundtrack, but he doing his thing. And now you look at the clips. Killing shit. All of this is Yeezy product. And he dropping dubs. Them albums trash, man. Them albums that he just released, in that album where he talking about Nazis and he wearing the black Nazis and all of that. That shit trash, man. That is mentally ill music. That's what I would consider it to be. But let me get into the clip, though, man.
But Malice, you have a line. You said something to the effect of the only one to walk away and really be free.
Yeah.
And then you go on to say these chains look like oppression to me.
Right. Right.
What? Tell me where your head was at when you.
I was just, like you said, for my brother, the fact that he was able to call his own shot, you know, where he is in his career, and not chained because of, for financial reasons or anything. He has taken his career in his own hand. And, I've done the same thing just by, I'm fine, with whatever,
I'm fine with having a lot. I'm fine with having a little. I've learned how to be content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these chains can very easily become oppression.
Yeah.
I made that clip because that's a place in life that I admire in individuals, and a place that I could see myself getting to at a point in life. I would love to just, it is what it is, man. I'm not in control of nothing. I'm fine. Let me just be my best self, do me. I'm fine. I don't have to, and I will if I want to. I'm cool. Nobody owns me. Nobody can tell me what to do. Nobody controls me. That's a powerful place, man. Let's get into the next record, man. All Things Considered.
How I'm doing? All things considered, let's be specific. My mama cheek, I miss it. I wanna kiss it. Nige asking for siblings, I know he meant it. V miscarry, we hit it. I'm glad he missed it. 100,000 a maybe, you stick with it. Pre-order the strollers, our face in it. I pays for my stalk with the baby in it. If the sky's not your limit, you'll never get it. Turn niggas statistics, I'm so sadistic, so religious, that's so malicious. No division, still snow magicians. Blitzing niggas for riches, like 4th and inches. Pay attention and listen, the snakes hissing. Niggas is writing statements and say they didn't. Dream of taking you down, the hate hidden. Wanna show you around, but they Jay Princeton.
Richards replace all the Pashas. Dior slice made of iguana. Stuff the walls for tomorrow. Fuck, I look like tryna borrow. Blow a budget. Like fuck it. We gon' tuck it till it all falls down. When this chess game is played smarter. Swear this life is so awesome.
All things considered, I've been forgiven. How to pack the blizzard in Honda Civics. Took fatherless women and showed them living. Left mama the children, it take a village. Writings was on the wall like hieroglyphics. My circle split up the pie, that's long division. When Jada was asking why, I saw the vision. My homies that didn't die was all in prison. Visits behind the glass, my mirror image. Skin is blemished, names were mentioned. Explains the sentence, the pain is endless. Identifying the body, it takes forensics. Guns Czechoslovakia, it starts and ends it. The only sin left is to flirt with vengeance. Made my exit just to make my entrance. Revolving door, maybe I can make a difference.
I had to stop it. I wanted to converse with y'all for a minute because, them boys, like, I heard people saying that I don't think that they was really in the streets. Them ain't street niggas and all of that old type of stuff. They really be capping with all that dope rap and the drug. They selling keys and this on the rap. He just said something. Malice said something that I've experienced in my life. All my homies that didn't die ended up in prison. That is so. I know a lot of people haven't experienced that, but if you come from that lifestyle, that is your experience. And he's in his 50s now. I think he's 50 years old or in his early 50s. I don't want to say his age because I don't know. And to think about that and to think about where I'm at currently in my life, that's a true statement coming from the streets. Like, if you from the streets, dog, it's only a couple of ways out. Dead, jail, or you got to stop. If you don't stop, you're going to die or go to jail. And when I think about my hometown and my people that I grew up with, that's a true statement, man. All my homies that didn't die, all ended up in prison. That's just true, man. But to be honest with y'all, that was my least favorite track I done heard so far off of this album. But it was a high quality record, to be honest with you. I think that people shouldn't judge or critique this album unless they listening to it in a high quality stereo, or they got some Beats by Dre headphones on, or some high quality headphones, because you could be doing it disjustice listening to it in your $10 iFrogs or your, I ain't trying to judge nobody. Listen to it in what you can afford or what you got, but don't judge it or critique it, because these boys done put 2 years in a time. They done put a lot of, effort into creating this piece of art, and I just appreciate it. Let's get into the next record though, man. Talking y'all head off, Anna. MTB TTF. Let's go.
Confessions, questions, we contesting. Fireworks will send a message, iridescent. Slow them down like Robitussin. If you rush in, at your door when we address them, we gon' bless them. Tried to bring them, shoulda left them. Learn my lesson, poker faces keep them guessing. No expression, ice dressing on my chest and leave impression. What's a testarossa if you don't test them? Ain't your bitch unless you joystick and dress them. My presence, your pleasure, peasants, he's pressure. I've been knee deep, key deep, we in ZZ's, me and Lee, get you fronted for the summer so easy. The snow alone, fill up a mobile home. My nigga's name ring like mobile phones and no one's home. White back-to-back rows at my gates. White slave master souls in my safe. White python Manolo is the taste. She want a Mike Tyson blow to the face. Twist and turn, these guns blitz and burn. Too many flip and turn, had to get rich to learn. The Bezos of the nasal, that's case closed. Got a team full of J-Bows on their toes. Niggas measly, cheap as Riesling, believe me. I can tell cause your bitches look needy. She want Mike Tyson, blow to the face. Slalom ice, she want snow on a plate. Half price when the blows in the crates means more ice for the moles and the ace. Made $1 million off a flow to the nays. Niggas saying that it won't just a phase. 911 turbo with the glaze. Top dollars poking holes in the case.
All you keyboard killers in your feelings. Mad you ain't trending. Mad got you tricking on your women. Mad I don't hit them, I just spin them. Gunning and I'm grinning. In the Bugatti in my denim. This is the result of my vision. React with precision. But God only knows my intention. But selling dope is a religion. The hammer's in position. I can show niggas the difference. You niggas is screenwriters, we dream writers. Took chains and touched change like King Midas. Imitation is flattery, they seem like us. But only 300 bricks can make you Leonidas. My old plug asked the new plug to reunite us. D-class in my ears, now let me see you bite it. She want Mike Tyson blow to the face. I'm talking.
I'm getting tired of this shit, so this shit crazy. I know what MTB TTF stand for now. Mike Tyson blows to the face. The energy on that is crazy. I don't know what setting I would listen to that in besides the car bobbing my head though. But the energy on that is crazy. Them boys got energy like they young niggas. They youthful. They feeling themselves. Pause. But at the end of the day, this is a phenomenal album so far. That song is up there. I got to listen to that multitude of times because at midnight when I listened to it, I was listening to it. What's these headphones called? Score Candies. I was listening to it in my Score Candies. And it didn't sound the same. That beat right there is crazy, though. It's high energy. We get ready to get into the next record, though. EBDA. They got a lot of acronyms now. These next two songs got acronyms. And that first one, Mike Tyson Blows to the Face, was an acronym also. I guess it was too long to put on as a title, like Mike Tyson Blows to the Face. That's a super long title, though. But let's get into this record, though. Featuring Pharrell, Pusha T, and what was that? Malice.
I mean, the ears like vitamin C. I mean, yellow like bright as a bee. I mean, the sun like bright as can be. F80 not you tied to me. Just to get from A to B and I ain't driving to see. The pad laid the Eiffel Army won't turn the parades off. God bless takeoff. I said I want the Rolls Royce with the drapes off. And it ain't electric, so it's way off.
Send it back, send it for the Gordo pies. Pick up the Toro and drive straight up the 405. The way that the board is designed, I'm feeling like the Lord of the Skies. Arms like 245. Hit him, make sure that he dies. The text won't never reply. The feds came and collected my guys. The rain pours and I'm hearing their cries. Went from heaters up to fevers up. Bitches in the back, the seat is up. Now I'm 10 times the EBDA. If you let the money talk, who's speaking up? I'm sleepwalking, y'all don't dream enough. My third passport, I ain't seen enough. If you can breathe up there, it ain't steep enough. The scale don't lie, you ain't even us. Yeah. Sure they want me hit her like an archer, but I'm not that sprint, so I starve her.
How we fit 30 studs in the collar. Open the sunroof, wave to my father.
Remembering the shipments at the Portsmouth Harbor. Something for the face numbers and the nodders.
Grew up playing real life Contra. Never give up, that's the mantra.
Lifting all this weight, now I live behind the gate. Should DJ the way they digging through the crates. You niggas busting bricks on a plate. I need more space to make pace. The rap house is running out of tape. The drug money busting out the safes. Scammers running in and out of Chase. Bottle servers running out of Ace. Went from
you know, that record to me was a great record. I have to listen to it again, but it's a specific record. To me, it sounds like riding through the city late night or riding on the highway, driving fast, chilling. I respect the back and forth, but you know, unlike Jadakiss and Styles P, when they go back and forth, it's hard to distinguish their voices because they're brothers. You know, I see the talent in it and everything, though, but their voices is so similar that I think it'll be, if they would have came with a different cadence when they was doing the back and forth, it would have been more impactful. Even though, let me be quiet, like I'm judging these boys like that wasn't greatness, but it's just, their voices were so similar that I couldn't hear who was coming in and who was going out like that. Even though I know who it was, it's just that their voices were similar to me, though. But great record so far. Flawless record, man. Let's get into the next one, man. FICO featuring Stove God Cooks. Let's go.
I remember late nights, pissy hallways, driving me psycho. The money wouldn't come fast enough. We was back and forth down streamline, moving weight was like lipo. The rest of y'all stuck in the rut. Niggas double cross and talk behind your back. See, that's where the knife go. I guess they wasn't fucking with us. Some niggas get the luck of the draw. For others, life is a dice roll, and waiting on faith ain't for us. When you young, you realize that you can't trust the mouth where the pipe go. They tried but couldn't love you enough. Dance music on my neck. Where's your water bottle? Diamonds, the light show. Looking like the sun in the club. If you re-ing up with us, then your credit score gotta be FICO. I'm talking 850 a bus. See, you really willpower when you make niggas balance on tight ropes. They know they not much for the blood. Have my man shoot your block. I'ma send his ass far as the flight go. Ain't worry about ducking the judge. Keep frontin' for your bitches, cause any minute repo might show. You know that shit up in the month. Heard your man was in there singing for his life. They was calling him maestro, cause time that heavy can crush. When you pay a nigga back like it's Lil Wayne whispering die slow. The last words you hear in the trunk.
You don't know what I know. You ain't seen what I saw. No, you ain't been where I go. With a fetty so strong you gotta bag it with one eye closed. My shooter turn you inside out. I heard the feds turned the crib inside out. Drop the roof on you niggas, let the inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out.
Go get a Glock 27, fit snug in the waistline. Both sticks came with the drum. I was 5'6", shoulder with a chip. Wish a nigga to take mine. Index yank till it's numb. Used to call me Windex, cause this thing I spray gon' make you change minds. I done seen Hercules run. We was power lifting 2.2s. Nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. I would have them take a number like DMV. That was the baseline. Check out or register 1. Miami niggas like Big Perm, cause they numbers was phase on. Cuban showed me nothing but love. When it come down to it, every string of bell just needs an Avon who won't sweep it under the rug. On the road with a load near the brake line, I knew where to place mine. I don't keep the gun in the glove. Hit the turnpike with the running lights that be on in the daytime, cause K9 sniff out a crumb. Hands 3 and 9 on the wheel as I'm crossing the state line. Dumb diddy dumb. Survival of the fittest. You either get acquitted or FaceTime. I done had an infamous run. My story gon' hit the first 48, then it's on Dateline, cause this really shit I done.
You don't know what I know. You ain't seen what I saw. No, you ain't been where I go. With a fetty so strong you gotta bag it with one eye closed.
I'ma tell y'all something, man. I'ma play one of the clips from the podcast, but I'ma tell y'all something. That right there is for the niggas that's getting up early, getting out, and going to get some money. If you ain't getting no money, don't play that song. If you don't want no money, don't play that song. If you're trying to go get some, turn that on. If you're getting to it right now, you got to play that record. That's my favorite record so far off of the album. FICO. If that don't motivate you to go get no money, no hustle about yourself, even though they talking about illegal substances on the record, it don't matter what's being sold. I'm not the person to judge. I don't care what you're selling. If you come from the bottom and you got to get to it and get yours. That's a phenomenon. That record right there with Stove God Cook. He talking about you got to bag it with one eye closed because the work's so strong. Oh, my God. That's bringing back memories, giving me chill bumps, man, about that street life. Real talk. Hey, man, we got to get to this clip, though. This clip, first of all, you know, I talk about ageism in hip-hop, but this clip is addressing the youth. And I think if you on this platform and you looking at my reaction and my review to the record, is you got to check this out.
That younger audiences are circling back around to more carefully crafted, culturally important hip-hop. Like, do you guys see that in the audiences that are coming to, you know, see you guys? I know you guys are rolling out a tour. Just what are you guys feeling and seeing with that?
You know, I personally think when the younger artists come out, there's a type of rebellion, there's a type of angst and energy that you all come out with in the beginning. And I think, you know, as you get further in your career and life starts to show you things, and if you're paying attention, you know how to encapsulate that within your rhymes and in your artistry. I think it does the genre a disservice when you try to revert back to do what the younger, you know, you got to let them have their time. You got to let them, you know, be who they are. And they will adapt to whatever it is they're learning in life, or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, what they're not learning
where it's gonna take them.
in life. Yeah, where it's gonna take them. But I think any artist who starts out and who is paying attention to life, you know, as it, you know, goes on, I think they will get a chance to mature gracefully and mature as they should, and be able to take this thing that we know and love called rap, you know, just to the outer limits.
You know, that's a conversation that has been had in the culture, because people think that you ain't, you know, what's the word that Jim Jones used against Nas? People think that you're not relevant if the youth aren't embracing you, if your numbers isn't at the top. But, you know, you have to grow. You have to experience life. You have to live. And to me, that was phenomenal what he said, trying to revert back to appease an audience that can't even relate to what you're talking about. They haven't even experienced what you have experienced. The only way they're going to embrace your creativity is if they're in a learning process and they want to learn. You know, that does hip hop a disservice. It doesn't service the culture by you trying to be 25, nigga, and you 50. Talk about your experiences. If you ain't talking about your experiences and what's going on in your life, then you must not have lived. You must be stuck in a time capsule. But if you're talking about your experiences and your life and stuff like that, then the music can't help but be great. I'm so happy for this album. It don't make no sense. They are showing that you can age gracefully. They're showing that you can still create music no matter how old you are, and you can still be fly. This is an amazing piece of art. You know, I got one more record I want to play. You know, y'all can listen to the album in totality or whatever, though, but I got to play the record with Nas on it, because y'all know that's my favorite artist of all time. I just got to hear what the brother's saying on this record. Let's get right to it, though, man. I think it's called Let God Sort Them Out, Chandeliers. They done put Nas on the title track. This about to be a problem.
It's always the loud mouths that can't count. The right price, I put the AR in the safe's mouth. Yeah. Talk about it. Bring all the watches and the chains out. Heat come, I'm De Niro, I got the safe house.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Surrounded by niggas with tears that don't drip. Talk about That ain't the ghost that you appear to go get. Finally got the courage, but you still a whole bitch.
The rest of y'all on my 6 year ago shit. Every move intentional, the links is atypical.
Like baseball and DR.
You know what the stick will do.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We got the drop on your shadow.
You know we can get to you. The pen to express my dreams and expertise in text I squeeze. Coke spots all over like leprosy. It's a dark spirit tucked behind the flesh you see.
Got every single word of the hex I need. The death I breathe, the death I see.
Looks so good on you, the coffin wood on you.
Closed casket cause I'm only sicking wolves on you.
Berlinetta horsepower, put them hooves on you. Blow a $500,000 LV leather goods on you. We've been doing this for eons. While you thirsty trying to figure out who you can spill a tea on. I'm in coffee fields, making meals.
You get the chills cause this shit is real. Now let me ribbon, bow tie your surprise.
The feeling that you get when you realize it was really you that died and we are so alive.
Conspiracy theory, you can't believe it's us. Soul leave your body like a fentanyl rush.
Dead on your back with your eyes looking up chandeliers.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Single-handedly boosted rap to its truest place. Fuck speaking candidly, I alone did rejuvenate hip-hop into its newest place. Made it cool for Grammy-nominated LPs from previous generation MCs. And that rings loud and reverberates. It's not fair to them, I'm thinking I deserve the hate. Bring it, only thing you killing is precious time. Used to clash with Decepticons, I was them deaf and blind. So cancel me before I unleash the Panther me. The Pantheon is a family, we some upstanding G's. The difference between regular spitters and bosses, my principles high. You need a glimpse of me from satellites in orbit. Take sabbaticals on avenues, break AKs on vacays when we paddle canoes. Follow the leader, Terminator, hasta la vista. Man of the year, Nasir, rockin' chandeliers.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
I love to see brothers evolve throughout life, man. You know, people will appreciate you for what you initially done, the debut of you, the youthfulness of you. But to evolve and grow and be great while doing that, one more time. I want more, man. These boys should make the spitters hungry to release something of substance. It was only a couple of records that really wasn't as high vibrational as all of them. It was just 2 records. If I had to grade this album, I would give it a 9 out of 10. And the only reason it ain't a 10 out of 10 is because it was 2 records in there that was great records. They just wasn't, or it might take time. You know, this is my second time listening to it. It might take time for me to be able to embrace it. But I appreciate y'all tuning in to my show, man. Let's further the discussion in the comment section below. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace, love, plenty of abundance. Make sure you go get you some money and I'm gone. Chip.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.